Hola amigos y amigas, you are now with Jocelyn and I am so grateful that you are here. This is our weekly energy reading for the week ahead where we are gaining a deeper understanding and higher conscious awareness of the overall energy for this coming week and how we can navigate it as our higher selves, how we can remain in alignment with our higher selves, with our higher potentials. So this isn't a romance specific, career specific, or those kinds of specific kinds of readings. This is more so just a weekly specific, a higher self specific reading, and whatever comes up, comes up. And I have already cleansed myself, cleansed my space, cleansed my decks, and prepped us to receive these divine messages for this reading. So I'm so grateful you're here. I always set the intention that those who are meant to receive the messages from this reading align to this video. So if you align to this video, then there may be some messages that you are meant to hear. I tried to channel and share a reading with you all last week for the first week of the new year and tap more into the energy of the new moon that we had on the 2nd, but it just wasn't happening for me. So I just took that as a sign of divine intervention that I wasn't meant to channel and share a reading with you all last week. So I'm just so honored to be here this week. I'm hoping and praying that no difficulties are experienced and I get to share this first weekly energy reading of 2022 with you all, and we continue to grow together as a community here on my channel through this year and beyond. So thank you all so much for being here. Thank you for receiving. If you want to cleanse yourself, cleanse your space, go ahead and do that. Make yourself some tea, take some deep breaths, and without further ado, let's get into this reading for the week ahead. We do have a full moon, I believe, on the 17th of this month. So it's not this coming week, but it's the Monday after this coming week. So a week from tomorrow. Tomorrow Monday. No, yes, tomorrow Monday. I guess it depends whenever you're watching this. Anyways, we have a full moon on the 17th. So next weekend's energy reading, we'll be tapping into the energy of the full moon and it will be beautiful. But for now, let's get into this week and see how we can navigate it again as our higher selves and continue to ascend in our journeys. So what is the overall energy for this coming week? What is the overall energy for this coming week? Universe, Most High, angels, loving ancestors, sacred ones, guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky. What is the overall energy for this coming week? What is the overall energy for this coming week? What is the overall energy for this coming week? What is the overall energy for this coming week? What is the overall energy for this coming week? What is the overall energy for this coming week for us to gain conscious awareness, a deeper understanding, and really just remain in alignment with our higher selves? Are there any other messages in regards to the overall energy? Are there any other messages in regards to the overall energy? Okay, my friends, we've got a couple cards here. Okay, we got quite a few that jumped out here. I'm probably not going to get into all of them, but I will get into that. But the first one that we got as I was prepping for this reading, sometimes cards try to already make themselves known, and the first one that we got is the Shield Maiden, to make plans and to focus. So I've been sensing there's been this collective energy of many in the collective not really feeling motivated or inspired or energized to fully dive into New Year's resolutions, making goals, setting intentions, and all of that, because in reality, we really are still in the season of winter and we're still kind of in hibernation mode naturally. And we still see these themes of letting go, of really being still, taking place throughout nature. And we really are being called to tune into more into nature, the laws of nature, and really learn from the ways of Mother Earth, and just really further align with that, which I feel is going to be an increasing, progressing theme for us through this year as well. But that does not mean that, simply because we're not, fully taking action on things, that, reflecting isn't an action, because it is. We can begin to reflect. We can begin to really lightly make plans and start to really focus on, what are we really intending to experience this year? How are we really intending to be this year? What are we intending to embody and to take action on, and to create and to bring to life without overwhelming yourself? Just simply making plans and getting yourself focused is really being encouraged for us. I feel not only just this upcoming week, but this whole month of January. And also I feel like we're still experiencing the energy of the recent new moon that we had, that was really just encouraging us to really take advantage of this new beginning that is being made available to us. Now, some people feel that the new year doesn't really take place until the season of spring, which does make a lot of sense. So it really just all depends on how you feel internally in regards to, does this moment really feel like a new beginning to you? Does this moment feel more so like you're still in the midst of ending cycles, you're still in the midst of approaching the new beginning, but you're not necessarily fully there yet? So really just tap in, but do make plans and do focus, because this is a time where we're going to be gaining clarity, especially as the full moon arises, as the full moon approaches. So we've got that, and we also got the stag, to trust and to thrive. This is a season of trust, and not only a season, but really a year. I'm really sensing that 2022 is going to be one of those years where we really got to trust ourselves. We got to trust our callings, our intuition. We got to trust divine timing, divine intervention, divine order, and we're going to thrive in that space of trust. We're really transitioning out of this old timeline of worrying and stressing and really questioning ourselves, questioning our intuition, our gut feelings, our power. We're really coming back into our power, coming into the knowing that we ultimately know what is best for us. We ultimately know what next steps we are meant to take. We just have to invest time and energy into pouring into ourselves, into being still, into solitude, into healing, into really like tapping out in order to tune in. And I feel like this is something that a lot of us experienced in the past couple of years, is like kind of tapping out in certain ways and really tuning in because of that. And I feel like many of us are going to increasingly and continue to experience that through this year. But really, we're being called in the midst of the stillness, in the midst of the changes, in the midst of continued transition and transformation, to really tap into trust. Trust is actually, I'm still working on what my key words are for this year, but trust is definitely one of them. Faith is definitely one of them. Let's see what other cards we got here. I'm gonna get into these pretty briefly because there's quite a few of them, but I do feel like they're meant for us to tune into. We got the guardian angel, that we are not alone. And I feel like this is just an affirmation of the fact that we can trust. We can trust the divine. We can trust the changes, and we can trust that, we aren't alone in our journey, but we also don't need to know exactly how everything is going to fall into place. We don't need to know all the details. We don't need to have all the answers. We've got our guardian angel. We have our spirit team. We have all of these otherworldly, other dimensional energies that are assisting us. And again, it is in that space of trust. It is in that space of like, I don't know, I'm gonna surrender, I'm gonna accept, I'm gonna continue to lean into my intuition, into my calling, into my passion, into what it is, you know, the curiosities that are kind of leading me towards this new path, this divine unfoldment that I feel is leading me somewhere divine, leading me where I'm meant to be. That is where we're gonna thrive, is in that space of trust and surrender and acceptance. And just continuously reminding ourselves that we are not alone, but also just not being so passive, and realizing that we are co-creating. We have a role in fulfilling our purpose. We have a role in changing our lives and taking action. And so I feel like that is where, you know, we don't necessarily need to take full action now, but we are encouraged to make plans. We are encouraged to really focus and be intentional and start directing our energy and our attention towards, you know, okay, what am I doing? Who am I becoming? What clarity am I seeking? What purpose am I feeling called to fulfill? How is it that I want to be of purpose? What is coming up for me? So really just investing on gaining clarity and even just getting clear on what it is that you'd like clarity on if you don't have certain clarities. We also got winter to take care of your needs. So I feel like we have some like winter kind of spirit animals that are coming up for us in this reading that are affirming to really trust however it is that we're feeling in this season, and to not pressure ourselves, not give into societal programmings that may be forcing us to do this or do that or be this way, and really just focus on like, yes, it's winter. What does the energy of winter look like? What does the season of winter call me to do? I am hibernating. I am, you know, kind of making plans and getting myself focused and prepared for what's to come behind the scenes. I'm taking care of my needs. I'm practicing self-care. I'm loving on myself. I'm nourishing my body, my mind, my spirit. We also got the Direction Guardian to choose your path. And I feel like this is in correlation to this energy, this first card that we got right here, the Shield Mating, to make plans and focus. I feel like that's more so touching on this card right here, to just choose your path. What path is it that you are choosing to walk on, that you are choosing to invest in? And to really trust that direction that you're feeling called to walk towards is the path that you're meant to take, is the path that you are going to thrive in. So spend some time and energy this week in really embodying the Direction Guardian, kind of taking the driver's seat of your life and choosing the path, and reminding yourself that, you know, life is ever evolving, life is ever changing, and, you know, don't overwhelm yourself so much with like, you know, thoughts of the future, thoughts of the past, to where you're stagnating yourself, holding yourself back from just making a decision, from just choosing a path. I just realized that I didn't turn this on. I thought I did. So choose your path, my friends, and remind yourselves that, again, we're going to continue to transition. We're going to continue to transform, and our paths are going to reflect those transitions. They're going to reflect those transformations. We just got to focus on that first step. We just got to focus on what our intentions are. So we're really moving with purpose, right? We're moving on purpose. And we're not letting life pass us by. We're taking action. We're being proactive. And we got the Spring card here, and I feel like this is just how beautiful these first cards that we got. I feel like this is really, we were meant to hear all of these messages, and it just kind of reminding us of like, this is the season we're in, and this is the season where we're headed, and the season that we're preparing for. So see your seeds grow. I feel like many of us are going to see the fruits of our labor blossom this year. And we're still, again, in the season of winter where we are nourishing ourselves. We are taking care of our needs. We are slowly but surely at our own divine pace, kind of getting things in order as we approach spring, as we see our visions, our seeds, our intentions come to life, and we start kind of getting more into that forward motion energy. We're energizing ourselves right now. We're replenishing ourselves right now. We're filling our cups to the point where we can be overflowing and really just be energized and excited and full when we come into the season of spring and are prepared for all that's to come. And lastly, but not leastly, we got the Magic Guardian to unlock the magic within. Unlock the magic within. And that concludes the overall energy for this coming week, which I feel is really overall energy for the season of winter, overall energy for the month of January as we're stepping into this new year. Is like really tapping into ourselves, getting to know what needs we have to take care of, getting to know like what our deepest desires are, what direction we're feeling called to choose and to walk on, and really trusting the season, trusting where we are, how our life is unfolding, and unlocking the magic within, really stepping into our power and liberating ourselves by taking these actions, by trusting the process, by knowing that we're not alone, that we have our spirit team, that we have our guardian angel nearby, that we are here investing in ourselves, which you're already doing by watching content like this, which I find really beautiful. Should any challenges or obstacles arise this coming week, what energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week, what energy do we align with? Should any challenges or obstacles arise this week, what energy do we align with? Sacred ones, guardians of the four corners, Mother in the earth, Father in the sky, angels, loving ancestors. Should any challenges arise this upcoming week, what energy do you recommend that we align with? Should any challenges arise this week, what energy do you recommend that we align with so we can approach these challenges as our highest potential with conscious awareness, with this deep understanding? Are there any other messages, any other guidance for us in regards to any upcoming challenges that may arise and how we can wisely approach them? Okay. So we've got purity. We've got purity, and I find it interesting that we've got this wolf energy coming up here. Again, these like winter spirit animals really showing up in this reading. Purity. Purity. I feel what's coming up for me is like, first of all, the color white is the color of purity, of cleansing, of newness, of, you know, just purity. And I feel like this is also an energy that we see in the season of winter, when we have the blanket of snow and it's all white and we see the bare trees, we see the bare bushes and flowers and everything's dried up, but it's still very much alive, and it's just within itself in hibernation, and there's this nature of purification that's taking place. There's this process of transformation with the intention to purify, to replenish, to start over, to rejuvenate, to step into a new cycle. And I feel like any challenges that may arise are continuing to assist us in this purification, in this release that we're meant to continue to lean into, so that we can fully step into this new year, so we can fully step into our new beginnings, so we can fully step into the season of spring with space, right? As our cleansed selves. So in addition, we also have a few other cards here. We have potential. Really tuning into our potential. And I feel like, should any challenges arise, we can also ask ourselves, what is the potential lesson in this here? How is this obstacle? How is this challenge? What potential does it have to transform me, to purify me, to help me and assist me in continuing to make space, to move on, to move forward, to manifest and create this life that I deserve, that I deeply desire. Really, putting on the lens, the perspective of the potentials in life, right? All the infinite possibilities. We also got love, tapping into the frequency, the feeling, the tone of love. We're really, I feel like we already got, many of us got into alignment. Many of us began awakening to the power of love, the importance of healing our relationship with love, our perceptions of love, our relationships with our heart, and really coming into that heart space. And we're just being reminded here to continue really coming from that space of love, to continue responding to life with love, to continue leaning into the power of love and allowing that to inspire our actions, inspire the decisions that we make. And lastly but not leastly, we got a confirmation here that the challenges that may arise, not only this week, but I feel in general, is really intending to purify, to cleanse, to assist us in, again, making space and letting go and releasing outdated cycles and patterns and habits and relationships that just no longer are meant to continue journeying with us in this new beginning that we're stepping into, in these new versions of ourselves that we are becoming, in these new seasons that we're about to experience. There's certain situations, relationships, environments, opportunities, ways of being, ways of thinking that are just not meant to walk with us any further. And the challenges that arise, the experiences that feel challenging, that feel like obstacles, that feel like setbacks, they are assisting our purification. They are assisting our cleanse, our detox. So allow that detox to take place. Allow that detox to take place. See all of these challenges, obstacles, setbacks, divine interventions as a form of detox that is for your highest good. Okay, I want to make sure that this is still recording. Yes, it is. Thank goodness. Okay, beautiful reading so far. I hope you're enjoying it. Let's see what we are meant to heal this week. What are we meant to focus on healing this upcoming week? What are we meant to focus on healing this upcoming week? What are we meant to focus on healing this upcoming week? What are we meant to focus on healing this upcoming week? We already got a couple messages here from when I was prepping for this reading, so I want to check and see if there are any other messages that we are meant to tune into, that we are meant to become aware of. What are we being called to heal this week? Is there anything else? Is there any other message for us? Anything else? Okay. All right. Okay. We've got quite a few here again. I feel like Spirit is catching up on this past week that we didn't get to experience together, and now it's got some messages for us. So let's get into them quickly and briefly, but beautifully and in depth as possible. Whatever comes up, let me express that. Okay, so first two that came for us to focus on healing is a new day. And the first thing that comes to mind for me is some of us are really still clinging onto the past. Some of us are still really stuck in the past, and we've got to embrace the new day. We've got to embrace the new life. We got to embrace the new beginnings, the new cycles that we are stepping into, that we are aligning with, that we are approaching, and really heal that mentality, that blockage, that stagnancy that we are continuing to subscribe to. So whenever you catch yourself, you know, being stuck in the past in any way, shape, or form, tune into your breath, because our breath, one reason why I love taking deep breaths constantly every single day throughout the day, is because our breath is always in the present moment. The breath that we take right now isn't in the past, it's not in the future, it's happening right now. So when we tune into our present breath, it's like a portal into the present moment. It brings us back to this present moment, and just remind yourself, this is a new day. We are experiencing a new day, and there are miracles in this new day. There are infinite possibilities in this new day. There's so much healing and excitement and beauty and love that is worth looking forward to, that is worth being present for in this new day. So bring yourself into this new day. Bring yourself into this now moment, and no longer be so stuck in the past, because it's missing you out. You are missing out by not being here, by not embracing the new day. All right. And also, you know, like, not only being stuck in the past, you know, holding you back from being present, but also embracing the new day, as in embracing the new you, the new life, the newness in your life, and whatever aspects it's been showing up. Embrace that newness. Don't bring past experiences or past whatever into this newness that has been rebirthed, that has been born completely new in your life. Don't allow it to be completely new. Don't bring the past into that. Don't bring the hurt into that. Don't bring the assumptions and the expectations and the hurt and the pain and the trauma into this newness. And I know that that's easier said than done, but let's invest some time and energy into that truth, into the fact that we deserve to experience the newness as newness, and not bring the past into the newness. All right, we also got healing masculine energy. In the last reading that I shared for the last week of 2021, we got this card as well as healing our feminine energy. And when I tried to do an energy reading last week for us, this card came up and the feminine energy card came up as well, but specifically this one kept coming up. So I really feel like we're meant to focus on healing our masculine energy. And if you feel like you're still trying to understand what healing our masculine and feminine energy looks like, what balancing it looks like, I highly recommend that you check out my podcast episode with Laura Grant. Laura Grant is an incredible masculine and feminine teacher. I absolutely love her. I absolutely love the content and the words that she shares. There's so much wisdom there. So much to learn about masculine and feminine energy from her. So I highly recommend you check her out as well. I'll link that in the description below if you're interested in checking that out. But that was a great conversation. But part of healing masculine energy looks like really coming into your power, not being so passive, really taking action on your words. A wounded masculine will just say things and not really act on them, right? It's just spewing out words and not really being impeccable with your words. So really fulfilling the promises that you make to yourself and that you make to others is really just taking action and believing in yourself and coming into your inner authority, liberating yourself, bringing down these walls that you may have carried. So much. So if that calls to you, definitely look into it. Definitely lean into the callings of what it is that you feel called to learn more about. And we've got this pile here that came out that I'm going to get into briefly is ascension. And I feel like we're meant to heal in general so that we can experience ascension, but also we're meant to simply just allow ourselves to ascend, right? Healing our relationship with ascension in general. I feel like there's so many ways that we hold ourselves back and we're not allowing ourselves to ascend, we're stagnating our own growth. And I feel like my eyes are irritated to this mascara, so sorry if I keep scratching my eyelid. I'm gonna stop doing that. But really, we're being called to, I feel, heal so that we can ascend, but also ascend so that we can heal. There's this beautiful reciprocation of healing energy that takes place when we ascend, when we allow ourselves to experience ascension, which essentially is allowing ourselves to experience change, to experience transformation, to let go, to release, to welcome, to receive. There's so much healing in that. But we also got to allow ourselves to experience healing in order to ascend. Hopefully that made sense. We also got ancient wisdom. Again, whatever it is that you feel curious about learning more about, whatever it is that you feel called to learn more about, lean into that. And also spend more time with Mother Nature. Learn more about the seasons so that it can assist you in really accepting the seasons of your own life. So it can help you really gain wisdom and clarity on like, okay, this is why I'm feeling this way. This is why I don't feel called to do X, Y, Z. This is why, you know, we learn so much. There's so much ancient wisdom in Mother Nature, in just observing and witnessing and spending time with nature. Don't come into it with expectations, just experience nature and see what comes of it, right? And spend quality time with Mother Earth. We also got changes. Again, I feel like this is just being re-emphasized, healing our relationship with change, allowing change to take place in our life, allowing change to transform us, allowing change to lead us into ascension. We got to remind ourselves that on the other side of letting go, on the other side of releasing, on the other side of these changes and transformation, there's a whole new life waiting for us. There's all this ascension. There's our higher selves, our highest potentials, our dreams coming true, the life we deserve, all of this beauty that we're being called to come into, but we've got to allow ourselves, we got to allow our lives to change. We also got stripping illusions, and I feel like this is kind of in correlation to being stuck or stagnant in the past. But ask yourself, take a moment as you're listening to this or after this reading and ask yourself, what illusions am I still subscribing to? What illusions am I still believing? What illusions are holding me back? What illusions are not allowing me to really unlock the magic within me? Again, we're not meant to be carrying in the old into the new. We're not meant to be bringing in these old, outdated assumptions and illusions into this new life that we've been doing all this healing and transforming and transitioning and nourishing to arrive to. So if some illusions immediately popped into your mind for you, then this message, that specific message was definitely for you. All right, what are we meant to surrender? What are we meant to surrender this upcoming week? What are we meant to surrender this upcoming week? What are we meant to surrender this upcoming week so that we may remain in alignment with our highest potential, so that we may continue to heal? What are we meant to surrender? It's interesting that a lot of these messages have been coming out in like little piles of cards. Lots of messages for us this week. And I feel like that is just intended to really be able to speak and reach and resonate with quite a few of you. So hopefully you found some messages here that really call to you and speak to you and inspire you. All right, we got quite a few here. So the first one that we got is surrender the drama. No matter how emotionally charged the situation, remain calm and don't contribute to the drama. Staying centered will help resolve the issue more quickly. Don't be so quick to respond. Don't be so quick to react. Just allow situations to unfold without feeling the responsibility to take action or to solve or to like come up with a solution or answers. Just don't give in to drama whenever it arises. Don't give into conflicts or challenges so quickly as it arises. Really take some time to marinate on, you know, how you feel and how your body is responding, and really coming into responding to life mindfully and intentionally. There are so many cards here. We got surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. Again, really coming into the now moment. Really not bringing the past into this new moment, into this next moment, into the future. Just really accepting what is. Not making assumptions, not holding on to expectations and causing yourself to be disappointed because of these attachments. Just really accepting the now moment, surrendering to the now moment and to what is, okay? Not making these, again, I feel like this is really referring to stripping illusions. Many of us are still dealing with illusions of relationships and people and situations in our lives and ourselves. And it's like we're just avoiding accepting what is right now in this moment, how a person is right now in this moment, how a situation is right now in this moment, how we are right now in this moment. We're instead choosing to believe illusions, but we're not in that timeline anymore. We've been stepping into and ascending into the timeline of truth, right? I mean, if you really reflect on everything that's been going on, not only within ourselves, but in the people around us, in the world around us, we are ascending into a timeline of truth being the priority. Surrender resentments. Holding on to resentments only poisons you. Try to forgive others for their shortcomings and keep moving forward towards positive situations in your life. Again, surrendering to the now moment. Really coming into the new day, not bringing in the past with you, not holding on to grudges, not bringing these resentments into this new beginning, because it's just going to taint it. It's going to taint the new experience. It's going to poison it in some way, shape, or form. And you don't want that. You don't deserve that. Surrender your resentments. And again, I know that that's easier said than done, but it's possible. It's possible. Surrender to the magic of who you are, unlocking the magic within, my friends. This is the year of stepping into your power, of believing in yourself, of trusting in the divine, and really allowing yourself to thrive, because you deserve that. We all have magic in us, even in the mundane aspects of life. Remember that you are a magical being with uniqueness and worth that comes from you just being you. Surrender stress. Take a few deep breaths and exhale the tension you've built up in your body. Let the stress go as you come back to your center. Lastly, surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. I have a quick example for you. This morning, I woke up feeling some kind of way because my dreams lately have been really weird, and I'm in a space where I really need ideas, right? My career is built off of ideas. My business thrives off of my ideas, but I can't be generating ideas. I'm not a machine. So I woke up feeling some kind of way this morning. There's so much that I really need to take care of professionally, and ideas that I need to pursue and manage and bring to life. But I was very aware that in the mental state I woke up in, there's no way that I could really productively, come into work and generation and all that. So I went on a walk. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna get some sun. I'm gonna go on a walk. I haven't walked in my neighborhood this new year yet. So I went on my first walk of 2022. I went to this neighboring neighborhood that's just so beautiful. Long story short, came back home and got so many ideas that I needed. And I feel like it's so important that we remind ourselves that we gotta take a break from overthinking a goal, a situation, a relationship, a problem, a challenge, a to-do list, and just do something fun. Okay, what are affirmations for this coming week? What are affirmations for this coming week? What are affirmations for this coming week? All right. The first two that we got here is my future is glorious. I now live in limitless love, light, and joy. All is well in my world. We also got, I love my body. I create peacefulness in my mind, and my body reflects this peacefulness as perfect health. The past is over. So there's a lot of energy here of us being encouraged to move forward and let go of the past. So I'm sensing that there's a lot in the collective who are still holding on to the past. This is a new day. Yes, one that I have never lived before. I stay in the now and I enjoy each and every moment. Beautiful. I am at peace. Divine peace and harmony surround me and dwell in me. I feel tolerance, compassion, and love for all people, myself included. Self-love. This is when we're in the season of hibernation. We are taking care of our needs. We are loving on ourselves. We're nourishing our bodies. I trust my inner wisdom. As I go about my daily affairs, I listen to my own guidance. My intuition is always on my side. I trust it to be there at all times. I am safe. And lastly, we got, I am safe in the universe and all life loves and supports me. I breathe in the fullness and richness of life. I observe with joy as life abundantly supports me and supplies me with more good than I can imagine. So really coming into this energy of trusting and thriving in the season of our lives, allowing ourselves to be present, to really trust ourselves, unlocking our magic, and choosing the path that we are going to walk on by making plans and focusing and just starting to really do that intentional reflection on the direction of our lives, on the intentions of our year ahead. So my friends, I hope that you enjoyed this reading. I'm so honored to share this with you, excited to share it with you. I hope that it inspires you and it keeps you in alignment with your higher self throughout this upcoming week. I look forward to seeing you in my next energy reading, where we're going to be tapping into the full moon in Cancer that we have taking place on January 17th. Thank you so much for being here, for receiving, and for bringing me into your present moment. Sending you all so much love, peace, and blessings. So much gratitude. Bye.